Since the very beginning, humanity has always strived to do better, to climb faster, to move mountains, to reach above and beyond our own human limits, and to achieve what no other human being has ever achieved before. Humanity is on a constant roll, always wanting more and more and more, while undermining the importance of maintaining our society as it is and as it should be, running over the rights of the less fortunate for our own personal interests. Large multinationals, great enterprises, and companies we will most likely inherit are one of the main culprits of exploiting our resources to the point of regret. This is why, when I thought of the question, what are my hopes for the future society, I really didn't know what to answer. But then I started thinking about the past generations and the mistakes they have committed, and how my generation, this current generation, is on the path of repeating these mistakes. Then I realized that my most important hope for the future is for my generation to realize and learn from mistakes of the past, to do something about it, to act upon them, and to stop making excuses. Rosa Parks, human rights activist, once said, "Racism is still with us, but it's up to us whether we prepare our children for what they will have to meet, and then hopefully we shall overcome." Racism, xenophobia, segregation, and inequality are some of the few things that still tie us to events like the Holocaust, the Apartheid, 9/11, the Rwandan genocide, and many more. Racism is in the very nature of our human bodies, and it still remains to be so. We have lowered ourselves to the point where we have a fixed version of perfection, and those who don't fit the margin are discriminated. Then, I realized that my second most important hope for the future of a society I will soon live in and make part of is equality. Equality for every person born with dreams and aspirations. Equality for my children, who I want them to enjoy a life free of stigmas and stereotypes, where they can be their true selves without the fear of discrimination or disrespect. Inequality is the root of all our problems, and equality, as unattainable it may seem, would make the world a better place and a place worth living in. Humans do not understand the stretch of their actions. Past generations have completely trashed our planet, our home, and our living space. We were left to bear with the consequences of those generations who relied on our ability to fix their mistakes. The impact on our environment and our day-to-day lives has reached unsustainable capacities. We are destabilizing our own home and ruining our only chance of being able to deliver a clean world or a world at all to our future children. Nonetheless, hope is what keeps us going. Hope that someday, with small actions and small breakthroughs in conversation, we are raising awareness. Hope that with the positive impacts we are spreading right now can bear its fruits in the future. And the hope that someday and we can all say that the whole world united to protect its decreasing biodiversity, its oceans, forests, beautiful landscapes. And that we all united to decrease our lack of sense of belonging and our ignorance with our planet. Conflicts are constantly emerging, evolving, and changing. And we have the responsibility to adapt to these changes, to find new ways of resolving our conflicts and achieving peace, as unattainable as it may seem at times. Humanity can only change itself. And it will be hard, it will be difficult. There will be challenges and mishaps that mislead our focus. But we have the ability of finding ourselves again and again, times after another. So I can safely say that my hopes are not for the future. My hopes are for the present, are for the now. I believe that society needs to change now, not tomorrow, nor next week. And as a 16-year-old climate change activist, Greta Thunberg, once said, "The one thing we need more than hope is action." So instead of hope, look for action. The moment we start to act, hope is everywhere. I want you to think about this question and this quote, to make it resonate in your head. Apply it to your personal lives. Make it your personal motto. Be more mindful of your actions. And perhaps think that if we do not act now, who will in the future?